Hi folks, in this video we're gonna go through how to set up ERC and get going. ERC is a Emacs IRC client. I'm using ERC right now inside the editor, and you can just I'm connected to Freenode at the moment, but you can chat. This is a tutorial I've made. Hope you find useful. Okay, select server to connect. We can choose which server to connect by ERC server select, and then enter the server name and server address. The server address and the server name can be selected from a list. We'll cover how to add a server to a list later. So what I mean is, if you run ERC server select, you don't have to type in the network name manually. If you do tab, it got like nearly 100 network names already registered. So if you click on one, it asks for server. If you press tab again, it tells you there's only one choice. So if you enter it, you can connect that way. Okay, so you don't need to manually type in. You can just press tab and choose from a list. So that's awesome. Set Autojoin channels. Configure the variable ERC Autojoin channels A list, and then insert a new server name and channels. Channels listed will auto-join after connecting to the server. Let's do that. So ERC auto-join channels A list. So this is it. Right now it's set to this. So for example, Freenode, once you join on actually this I've deleted this and it keeps on popping up, same as this one. But anyway, if the network name, not the network address or host address, but the name is Freenode, then auto join to Linux. Okay, that's what it is. Setting up server list to connect to. ERC networks A list manages a list of network name mapped to each network address. For example, you could set name Freenode mapped to address ending with freenode.net. Network address is entered as regex or regular expression. The reason for this is that we also have another list called ERC server A list that manages a list of network name mapped to each hostname and port. The Freenode is identified from the first list, and each hostname and port are looked up for use by looking up on the second list when we select the server to connect. So network names defined in the first list can be chosen when we try to connect using ERC server select. So I'll show you what it means. Okay, so if you do ERC server select again, all these list names, they're already registered in the first list, ERC network A list. And if you choose on one, let me do another one. ERC server select. Let me choose. It's a Freenode. Let me just, yeah. If I choose Freenode, and you see it has 3 different servers to choose from. So what I mean is, when we execute ERC server select, first it looks for the network name, and that network name is registered in the first list, ERC network A list. If you choose one, it will ask for its host address to connect to, and those are managed by the second list, ERC server A list. Okay, that's how you set up, so you don't need to manually type in everything every time you want to connect. Okay, so what I mean is the first list has, can you see these are values, list of all, like nearly I don't know, several tens of network name mapped to each network host name or host address. But in this case, you could have for the maybe for free node, maybe irc.freenode.net, or I don't know, you could also do like have another subdomain like I don't know, test.freenode.net or whatever. So what's mapped here in this list is the regular expression of the host name address ending with the string. Okay, and once you select the server, so once you select the network name, it will look up the second list, right, which is here. Just oops, sorry, let me do it again. Okay, so this is the second list. Can you see, like, I'll look for free node again. Here's a free node. Do you remember when we press tab, it shows you three servers for free node, because there's 3 entries. So this maps the host name to its host address and the port. Okay, can you see it has different subdomain and it still matches the same entry from the first list, because in the first list the host address is entered by matching regex. Okay, setting up Nickserv to identify Nick. First, set ERC prompt for Nickserv password to nil, so when logging in it won't ask for password. I keep setting this to nil and it keeps on changing back to true. I don't know why, but anyway. Second point is a little problematic because we would like to set a custom nick for each server, but I haven't found a way to do it. You could set a global nick by customizing ERC nick. I'll show you that now. So this is the global nick. It's set to local nick at the moment. So when I connect to any server, it will connect with this nick. Okay, this is an interesting thing. The third point, you need to turn on services from ERC modules. Okay, because services module has to do with identifying using Nickserv. Okay, so if you first go customize group and then ERC, and under modules you need to check on services. It is identified to Nickserv automatically, so you need to turn that on. Okay, and now the main stuff. We also need to tell ERC to identify by nick and password when connecting to a particular server. We can do this by customizing ERC Nickserv passwords. So you need to enter the network name, nick, and password, so it knows which nick and which password to use when you connect to a certain network. Okay, so you go ERC Nickserv password. If you choose to customize this, can you see network name is free node. Remember, it's not host address or anything. It's just a name. That's that's listed on, I think, ERC network A list we've mentioned before, and here's the nick, and that's my password over there. Okay, now once you set all those things, you could do server select again, ERC server select, and then enter the network name and server name. You don't need to manually type those, as I mentioned, and then you should log in with the default nick and identify using Nickserv automatically. Okay, so let me quit out of this, and also here quit out of this. Get rid of everything. Let me connect. Okay, so ERC server select freenode. So I click on freenode, then if I tap it, I choose random server. So it's connecting to freenode using my default nick. You have to wait a while until it says, so here, you are now identified for login link. It does work. Okay, here it says you can't join you can't join to Linux and ERC because you need to be identified, and it tried to join before I could be identified. Okay, but see here, it tried to auto join ERC and Linux, so let's see why. That's here. Okay, so ERC auto join channels A list. Yeah, that's why. You see here, I guess this entry still works because it tried to make me get connected to both of them. Anyway, I'll fix that later. And then anyway, that's all, folks. I hope you found this useful. I will link this document on the description so you can read it for yourself. Thank you very much.